Hi, welcome to the channel. Today we are going to be talking about the animal-based diet. So if you're new here, you probably don't know, but I do have a channel where we focus on homemaking content, recipes, cooking, cleaning, things like that. But today I wanted to start a series about the animal-based diet. I have started it, I'm about 5 days in. And the reason I've started it is because I struggle with some chronic illness. I've got some autoimmune things going on, some blood sugar issues. I've suffered with PCOS mostly my whole life since I was a young teenager. And I've been able with diet and exercise to really address a lot of those issues, but I still suffer from secondary infertility. So my husband and I have done 9 rounds of IVF. So we've done 9 embryo transfers. And they've either not worked or we've had really early losses. So we have another embryo transfer coming up in a few months. And my doctor had recommended that I try this diet because maybe I have some food intolerances or sensitivities that I don't really know about. I've also lost about 100 pounds during the time that I've been working on my health, so that's really good. And if I lost a few extra pounds during this process, I wouldn't mind that either, but it is primarily to help with my autoimmunity and my blood sugar control and my infertility. I do know that I have endometriosis, and that is really an inflammatory based condition. So what is the animal based diet? So you're going to eat grass-fed, grass-finished, or pasture-raised animals, and you're also going to want to have the organ meats. I don't love organ meats outside of pate, so I do take supplements of the organ meats like beef liver, also fish eggs. Another part of the diet is you're going to want to have bone broth for the collagen and the glycine in the bones and connective tissues. The next part is raw dairy. I know this can be controversial. This is not the platform that I really want to go into a bunch of detail on that on. We do get raw milk from a local farmer, grass-fed raw milk. You also can have cheeses, just, dairy, heavy cream, things like that. You can also have fruit, and the fruit includes squash. Squash is a fruit, and cucumber, and pretty much any sweet fruit, strawberries, blueberries, apples, bananas, oranges, kiwis, all of those things. And then you can also have honey, raw honey. So I've been doing this diet for a few days. It has really not been that difficult for me. I like to eat meat, and meat is a very satiating, protein is a very satiating macro. So I don't really find myself hungry. And when I find myself wanting more than just the meat, I can have fruit. So I've been having kefir smoothies and putting honey in that. My kids, don't knock it till you try it, but we tried an animal-based cereal where we did raw milk, plain pork rinds that we crushed up, and then some honey and cinnamon, and it was so good, so delicious. And I've really not felt deprived. I've still had lots of energy. I am feeling a bit more lean. I'm sleeping a little bit better, and we're just a few days in, so I'm really curious and anxious to see how the rest of the process goes. Again, so I'm about 5 days in, and I plan on doing updates weekly and maybe tell you what kind of things I'm eating and how I'm feeling and how that whole process is going. So I hope you will join me on this process. I hope that my followers like this video because this is not the typical content that I do. And if you're new here, please stay for the other content, the other videos. Please like and subscribe. And until later, happy homemaking.